Don Generico 88.
Generico. I think that's TNA reference.
Okay. Says, he's gonna be mad at me for saying what I said earlier.
Yeah, maybe.
Can any of you cut a promo like the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper? Now, I'll say I probably can't. But, look, I gotta say something, because I think I mentioned this before, but, you know, your pawpaw that you grew up watching wrestling with always told you that you were like Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
And so I just thought that was interesting.
Alright, I'm glad you set me up for this great setup. Because I cannot do a Hot Rod impression. I can't. Like, he's like the only wrestler I can't do it. Like, I could do a great Macho Man, probably.
You can do a good Macho Man.
And, you know, I probably could do Stone Cold or Shawn Michaels or something. But
that's not that hard.
Roddy Piper is hard because he always sounds like really drunk and stuff.
He does always sound drunk. I think that's because he was always drunk.
And, like, right? It's hard to get that excited.
Yeah, he's, like, real excited.
He is a master on the mic.
He's very cool.
But, yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not even going to try because I'm sure it'd be awful.
I don't think I've watched enough of his promos to even think I could. Can I cut a promo like Roddy Kronicz? What do you think?
I don't know. There'd have to be lots of screaming.
Well, I mean, I could scream and yell and holler, but I don't know. Probably not.
Can you do a Vicky Guerrero impression?
I cannot make my voice go that high.
Oh, man, that's lame.
I just can't. I have tried.
Oh, well.
Anyways.
Well, sorry to disappoint you.
Yeah, sorry, man. Okay. Now, Dragon of Darkness KH, he asked us a question last time, I think. So did a lot of these other people.
Yeah, Dragon of Darkness, he asked this question. I think he's been around since, like, 50 subscribers.
I think so. He's been around for... Tygo Tree's been around for a while, too.
Yeah, isn't he the guy that always corrects us, like, on everything?
No, he's not the correcting guy.
Oh, okay.
That's another guy.
And
I don't think he's the correcting guy.
Well, maybe. Somebody corrects us, like, on every video, which I don't have a problem with. It just
that's okay.
It just makes me laugh, because I'm like, he's like...
Well, it just means that he knows, like, everything in the entire world about wrestling, which, I mean, is cool.
Well, yeah, it's just, you know, when you make a video, like, 3 times a week, you kind of, like, sometimes you gloss over things on accident. It just happens, you know? I'm sorry.
But it's okay. We're not hating
No, it's cool. I would rather be corrected than be wrong.
There you go. Alright, so anyways, Dragon of Darkness KH has 2 questions. Who's the better wrestler, Benoit or Jericho? I'm going to say Jericho because I can't overlook Benoit's personal problems.
I gotta say Chris Benoit. Because his suplexes, and sometimes, man, he could sell like crazy. But he was pretty good.
Okay, and then...
Yeah.
Hold on, drinking time. I'm drinking water. Okay.
I am too. I got water over here.
Okay. And number 2, which wrestler from WWE, TNA, makes you want to turn off the TV when you see them? Michael Cole doesn't count. Well, I gotta say, I'm gonna answer this first. I love Michael Cole. Like, I want to turn the TV on when Michael Cole talks. But anyways, I know that most people don't. Like, somebody told us on the last video that they turned the TV off when he was showing the pictures of JR, and I guess they hope the WWE noticed. Which I thought was funny, because I can respect having that kind of attitude. But anyways, so... Oh no, SpongeBob's interfering with me. Okay. I'm going to say, okay, for as far as on the TV now, Jack Swagger makes me want to turn the TV off every time I see him.
That is a good one.
Because every time I see him, I expect him to do something just retardedly stupid. Like, not know how to use the microphone, like, fumble his words, or
not be able to untie the money in the bank.
Undo the money in the bank thing. Like, every time I see him, I just know he's going to do something retarded.
People like him, too. I don't get that.
I don't understand.
He's like occurring a ripoff that sucks.
I mean, I don't know. I think he's boring, and I think he is stupid. But anyways, and then as far as someone who is currently not on the TV, but is going to be on the TV soon, Mick Foley. Hate Mick Foley. Whiny, 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 whiny.
Did you know...
Whiny.
Here, this is an interesting tidbit. Mick Foley.
Was super interesting, Kronicz.
Mick Foley.
That moment of silence just really rocked my world.
Mick Foley got fired on Christmas of 2000, right?
Okay.
And little did I know, watching that episode, that I, too, would get fired 5 years later on Christmas.
That's true, you did get fired on Christmas.
Like, seriously. Like, I watched that and I felt so bad for Mick Foley. I was like, Vince fired him on Christmas. And then I got fired on Christmas. And all I could think was, I'm just like Mick Foley, like in the corner going, "Whoa." But there was nobody cheering for me,
I
though.
just remember you coming and picking me up on the date for Christmas and me being like, what's wrong with you? And then he had to tell me it was awful. I'm sorry.
So I feel for Mick Foley. I know what it's like to be fired on Christmas. It sucks.
But it's okay, because you've moved on to better things now. But, oh my gosh.
Gosh.
Anyways, I forgot about that. Okay, who makes you want to turn off the TV? Besides Jack Swagger, you said you agree with me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Jack Swagger. Kelly.
There you go, that's a good one.
Eve's wrestling, selling skills.
Yeah. And then, okay, now this is going to be a good one.
Oh no, you're already laughing.
Alapata H. Goon.
What?
Alapata Hugoon. ALLAPATTAHGOON. I don't know what that
means.
But he or she says, "I was your 400th subscriber, I swear." Well,
Prove it.
Thank you, Alapata.
Okay, I'm gonna do some math on my email, and I'm gonna verify that if that is true or not.
Okay, all right. Okay, now Ziggy7570 says The Rock versus Chris Jericho, who has better mic skills.
The Rock. Chris Jericho did have some good skills,
has awesome
but The
skills,
Rock
but
can just do anything, man.
He can. I mean,
He got a good.
He's just an amazing, talented person. Like, he's one of those people that just makes you want to feel sick because they can just pick up something and they're awesome at it.
I know. He made Perry Saturn have like a good. He cut a good promo on Perry Saturn.
And I mean, like, he's a pretty good actor. He has pretty good movies. He's
better than Hogan.
He's a professional football player. It's like, I want to see something The Rock sucks at. Like, that's what I want to see now. Like, what is The Rock really bad at? I mean, can he not tie his shoes? I mean, is it something like that? There's got to be something like that the rest of us can do that he can't. But anyways. So, okay. And then, oh gosh, not another one. Eddie E. Delga 214 says, you guys live together or something. Yes, we do live together or something. We are married.
Yeah, we're married. We dated for like
4 years?
Something, and then we got married.
4 years.
We've been married for like
5 years. We dated for 5 years.
We've been married for 2 years.
So we've been together for
and we live together
7 years. And yeah, we do live together. Okay.
So yeah, we're married. That is actually one of the most frequently asked questions
ever. It really
ever.
is. But I mean, that's okay. I mean, people got no way to know that. All right, and then unless they watch our awesome anniversary video of our wedding. Plug. Okay. Boston Fan 79 says, we've seen some of his videos, right?
Yeah, Boston Fan 79 was in the group with me.
That's right. Okay. Okay, one question. When did you guys become John Morrison fans? Did you like him as Johnny Nitro and as a part of Eminem? Or was it when he became John Morrison? Okay. Truthfully, I didn't really become a John Morrison fan until Shawn Michaels left.
You know why? Because you never watched SmackDown.
That's why. And because, like, the guy was, you know, if you guys haven't noticed, I get kind of fixated on one person.
Yeah, you do.
I do. And
well, it's good for me.
There you go. So, would you pay attention to me?
I am paying attention to you. I'm looking at you.
Okay. So, like, I was so fixated on Shawn Michaels that I thought John Morrison was cool, but, I mean, he was just like a blip on the radar screen.
A blip on the radar.
He was a blip. And so then when Shawn Michaels left, I searched for that next person to fixate on, and it was John Morrison.
So, for me, I actually have been a Morrison fan since he was John Hennigan in Tough Enough, man. When I saw him,
a much older Morrison fan.
Yeah, like
little known fact,
when he was in Tough Enough, he tried out for the first Tough Enough, didn't make it because they thought he was too arrogant. And then and then he got into Tough Enough.
Too arrogant to be a wrestler.
Okay, he was in Tough Enough. He was great. He had athletic ability. Everybody else couldn't even run or ride a bike, and he's just like, I got no problem with this. And he was just like, he could do anything, like, athletically. And he showed everybody up. And then finally he won with Matt Capitelli or whatever. They did some tag team stuff on Velocity. Matt Capitelli, I said, man, that guy sucks. He's never going to do anything. All the other Tough Enough winners,
Is that the cat litter guy?
I don't know who that is. No, that's Maven.
Oh.
Maven ended up doing nothing, selling cat litter. Okay, Linda Miles.
Oh, Teddy.
Linda Miles. You know what? You know what
Sorry.
Miss Miles did? Nothing!
I don't know who that is.
Linda Miles, she sucked. And then Jackie Gaina got married to Charlie Haas, which we met. And then all the other Tough Enough, and then the $1,000 Tough Enough winners. I mean, I think Justin Roberts, I think it was the guy. One of the announcers one of the little ones was on Tough Enough with John Morrison, I think. But anyways, all the other Tough Enough winners, even Andy Levine, I don't think he's going to do anything. John Morrison is the only one who did anything, and I've been a fan of him. Even when he was Eric Bischoff's lackey, everything, I thought he was cool. I didn't think he was like the greatest thing ever or anything, but I've always been cheering for him, and I've always been watching. I've been a fan since day one. Take that!
Thank you.
Boston Fan 79.
That was an awesome promo for your love of John Morrison. Okay.
Oh,
now,
Boston fan.
Anime Rocker 17 says, rock and roll, you guys are awesome. Thank you. I'll send you some questions, which he did. Here we go.
Oh, skipping ahead.
No. I want an order of comments here. Okay. Alright, guys. From the guy who informed you of the Save John Morrison campaign, thank you for that, by the way.
Thanks for that.
Let me ask you this. First off, we hear Booker T... We hear Booker T ramble about his Fave 5, so who are your Fave 5 currently active wrestlers? Didn't I already do this?
Yeah, we can skip that. We already did that.
We already did that. I'll go ahead and read his. His are CM Punk, John Morrison, Christian, Drew McIntyre, tag team of Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex. Okay, that wasn't ours. We said ours earlier. Second, what is your favorite match ever? I'm going to say, or he says, mine is CM Punk versus Morrison on January 7th. January 9th, 2007. For ECW. Okay. Anyways, mine is, I've mentioned this before, that on mine is still, I'm sorry, I like the funny match of Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon and the Muscle and Fitness poster in the trash can. That is my favorite match because it's hilarious and it makes me laugh and it's stupid.
Okay, some of my favorite matches, once again, you're going to see where my glory days lie in the wrestling business. And with who? You got Kurt Angle.
Oh my gosh, you're Kurt Angle nuts.
Versus Shane McMahon at King of the Ring. Man, that was so funny. Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton at One Night Stand 2006. Kurt Angle versus Taz at WrestleMania, or at Royal Rumble 2000. Also, like, pretty much everything on Royal Rumble 2000 I thought was awesome. But those are probably some of my favorite matches. Shawn Michaels had some great matches, but those are the ones that came straight to my head. They were all Kurt Angle matches.
Kurt Angle just makes me sad, because the dude is, like, ruining his life.
Randy Orton versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. Right. That was awesome. Only time ever in my life I thought for 1 second Undertaker was going to lose. Yeah. The Legend Killer.
Anyways, Kurt Angle just makes me sad.
Well, now. I can't even look at him anymore.
Makes me sad.
I can't even look at you in the face.
Sad, man. I mean, he went from being a gold medal Olympian to being a successful professional wrestler to being a druggie, man.
I think he's an alcoholic.
Whatever.
But.
Alright, third, what kind of wrestler do you like? I like wrestlers with flashy and exciting moves. My brother prefers technical wrestlers. I like wrestlers with flashy and exciting moves as well.
You like high flyers.
High flyers. I like Evan Bourne. I like John Morrison. I like Shawn Michaels. I like Kofi Kingston. I like guys that fly up in the air and flip around.
This might surprise you, but I actually do like technical wrestlers better. I like people who do suplexes, like Kurt Angle, and do submissions. So technical wrestlers all the way, suplex masters for me.
I wonder, it's hard to tell people, Anime Rocker, are you a girl? I think girls like, I'm going to insult him if he's a guy.
You know.
But I think that girls like flashy and exciting wrestlers more.
Oh. Well, I thought he was going with the anime, because I know plenty of dudes on this list who like anime.
No, I wasn't going with that at all. I was just going with, I'm thinking that females usually like flashy and exciting wrestlers more. I'm sorry if you are a dude. I'm not calling you gay or anything. I'm just saying that.
Stop it, Teddy.
I just think that's a girl thing, and that guys tend to prefer technical wrestlers, but I'm not sure if that's true.
I think that's a dude.
I'm just wondering if that's true.
I think that's a dude.
Is it a dude? Okay, then
I don't know.
Then maybe my theory is wrong.
I'd have to look at the profile.
I know. Maybe my theory is wrong. I'm just looking for a proof or disproof of my theory here. Anyways, fourth, when it comes to WWE, I usually go through the entire roster and pick out the wrestlers I want to succeed and put them on a list. So when I say a wrestler's on my list, it means that one of the guys I picked to give my support. Do other fans do this, or is this just me? I mean, I don't really do that.
I don't have an official list, but I do have people that I want to succeed, and people I know that are going to succeed. Like when I saw Randy Orton, I knew he was going to succeed. When I saw John Cena, I knew he was going to do a lot, but I didn't know he's going to be like he is now. But
Yeah.
So.
Alright, fifth, what else are you guys fans of aside from wrestling? I love cartoons and anime. I like cartoons too. Not so much an anime fan, but I love cartoons. I love SpongeBob. And I like movies and comedies, and I like books, and I like, cats.
I play bass. I wish I had my bass
more hobbies than me.
so I could play, you know, because playing in a band and everything. I like old school cars and rat rods. I actually have a rat rod, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see what else I got.
A rat rod.
Yeah, it is. How is it not a rat rod? It doesn't have a front end on it.
Yeah, but it's going to.
Yeah, well, right now it's a rat rod, but it's just
and rat rods have to be like 2 inches off the ground and be
well,
like this big.
It's gonna get there. I've lowered it. I've lowered it about 5 inches.
I'm proud to say that he does not own a rat rod.
Whatever you say.
I don't like rat rods.
Anyways.
Truck, though. Anyways, go ahead.
What next question?
You're not fans of anything else? Okay.
Oh yeah, I can't really think of anything else, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. 6.
I like video games.
Yeah, I like the Wii.
I like sci-fi.
Sci-fi is cool. Alright. 6. The internet wrestling community seems to think that Dolph Ziggler is the next wrestling god. What are your thoughts on Ziggles? My thoughts are that he's alright.
I think he's pretty good. I don't think he's a wrestling
You
god.
love Dolph Ziggler.
I love Dolph Ziggler, but I'm not going to say he's that good.
Okay.
So.
7th, do you think Daniel Bryan will ever get pushed? No.
He better, because he's got the freaking money in the bank, and he's supposed to take it to WrestleMania, and I don't think he's cashed it in, or if he has, I've totally missed it. He's got a different theme song, I think. So.
I never see the dude.
You know, I never had faith in this guy, like when I first started seeing him, but now I kind of think maybe, but then they're not doing anything with him, so everybody had so much faith in this guy, and I didn't.
If he's got the money in the bank and I'm not even seeing him, that's kind of sad.
You know, I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler, because he's a great wrestler,
Yeah.
but, like, I just knew that WWE would be like, this guy, you know, so.
Okay.
He should get pushed. Like, logically, he has the money in the bank. I mean, come on. But they may not.
Okay.
So where are we at?
We are back right here. We just got done the anime rocker. Okay. Oh, Boston fan also said congratulations and that we kicked butt. Thank you.
Awesome.
And then, okay, Slade6 Alpha says, one more question. If John Morrison leaves WWE, which I hope he doesn't because he's amazing, who can help WWE in the future, and will you stop watching WWE altogether? No, we will not stop watching the WWE.
No, man, I'm a fan of WWE.
Yeah. Who can help them in the future? They got a lot of guys coming up. I mean,
yeah, like
they got Evan Bourne. If you got to have another high flyer, he can fill that spot.
I mean, we already listed like 1 million people that can fill that.
Yeah. Alright, and then we have DMA112790. Oh, you made a joke about, like, long numbers last time. But
Oh, well, I'm not going to make fun of him now.
Okay.
I know he loves and cherishes his numbers. Just like... What? Maybe it's his phone number. I should call him.
It's only 6 digits.
Oh. Well, add
If you could bring back any wrestler from the 80s or 90s, who would you bring back? I would say Shawn Michaels. Even though I'd hate to bring him back, because I think it's nice that he's with his family now, but I'd bring him back.
I mean, I think they mean they would be young again.
Oh, they'd be young again? I'd bring back Shawn Michaels.
What about, I would bring back Macho Man.
He's pretty...
We are back.
That's right.
We do not have an 8 gigabyte memory card. We only have but a mere 4 gigabyte, and it cannot hold all the freaking questions we got. It is a lot of questions.
Which is awesome, by the way.
I am in fear of the editing job that is setting forth in front of me.
Haha. Anyways, okay. In case y'all haven't figured it out, he does all the editing stuff.
And it sucks, because you only get to do the easy stuff.
That's right.
You just sit here and talk, and I have to sit there and do this brooding task of putting logos and putting little questions on there.
Like it.
And then I have to load it and save it and then upload it. It takes forever, man.
But you like it.
Oh.
You wouldn't do it if you didn't like
But it takes so long.
Oh, wah. Alright, well, Kronicz is done whining. We're going to move on to question 2. of DMA112790. Hi, Teddy.
Whoa.
DiBiase rejoins us. In
Hey,
dramatic
when
fashion.
are you going to get the push that you've been waiting for?
Mow. Alright, so his question number
On the
2 was,
floor.
what clubs were you guys in high school? Okay, I was in a lot of stuff. I was in ROTC. I was actually group commander. Go me. I was on the debate team. Those were my 2 biggest things. I was also on the UIL academic team. I did... What? Are you going to make fun of me?
No.
I was on the UIL academic team.
I'm not making fun of you.
I did ready writing. Won first place in district in that. I won a lot in debate too, by the way. I was in National Honor Society. I was in Spanish Club. Spanish Club was fun because we didn't really do anything except take a really cool trip to Austin.
Si, senor.
And then I was in... I probably shouldn't even mention this. I was in no, it was stupid. I'm not going to mention it. It was like a teen leadership thing that I only went to one time, so it was stupid. But I was in all this stuff like that, you know, I was that person in high school. So.
You was that person?
Yeah.
You was smart, you mean?
I guess, you know, the girl that is involved in everything and is all smart and stuff and does all this stuff.
What do you mean gets involved?
I mean, I was in 6 clubs.
I know what you mean, but you don't get my joke.
I guess not, because you just
were
keep
having-
chuckling to yourself over there.
I'm inebriated.
Oh my gosh. Told you not to drink during our Q&A session.
I didn't know I was going to go this long.
Now you're completely buzzed, aren't you?
I'm straight edge.
Okay, well, will you please tell me what clubs you were in high school?
I was in band. I was in ROTC. I was the physical trainings commander. Take that, woman. Don't laugh. Anyways.
We didn't have a physical training team.
Yeah, we did. I was the commander.
You're the commander of nothing.
I was not the commander of nothing. I was the commander.
Of a team of no one. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm sure I was in something else, but I can't remember.
Okay. Number 3. What books do you guys like to read? Okay, I like to read a lot. I read all the time. My favorite book of all time is anything with Sherlock Holmes. I love Sherlock Holmes. I also love the Pillars of the Earth book. And I like all kinds of stuff, really.
You have shelves and walls of books.
And walls and piles
and
boxes, books everywhere.
It's a bookomania.
And that was actually one of the major things that was a pain to move, was all of my books. Right now I'm reading short stories by O. Henry. I like O. Henry.
Oh,
Nice.
Henry, oh, Henry.
But anyways, I want to
the skies are so blue.
Quiet. Anyways, I'm going to give a brief plug here. If you want to know more about books that I read and what I think about them, you should go to Effin' True Entertainment. Right?
That is correct.
Effin' True Entertainment, and I have done some book reviews for them, and it will be up on the site, and there will be a link below, right, editor?
Sure, I'll add something else to the video.
There'll be a link below
Golly.
so that you can go see my book reviews. Now, what books do you like to read?
I like to read the WWE books. I think that those books are cool. Right now, I'm reading Moby Dick, and I think it's pretty cool, but it's really long, and there was a lot more gayness in it than I really anticipated. And also, I'm reading this other book called...
You know, I think that we're really un-PR. We should say something like homosexual. I don't know.
I'm pretty PR, but it kind of POs me when they keep changing what is okay and not okay. Because it's okay to say gay, but then
That's
it's not.
true.
And then you have to
confusing.
say homosexual, but then that's offensive. And it's stupid. Well,
I think people should just be happy with who they are and not be offended.
I mean, we watched a Felix the Cat episode today, and he said Felix is gay.
That's true, but
and it wasn't offensive.
It wasn't.
But anyways, what was I talking about? Books. I'm reading this other book called Heart of the Variety, and it's like a steampunk book, and I think it's really cool, but then it got kind of crazy, so I started reading something else.
Yeah.
But I like crazy steampunk stuff, and...
Yeah, I like sci-fi books. Like paranormal books.
But I'm not a huge book reader. I'm trying to get into books more.
Yeah.
So.
You have been reading a lot of WWE books.
I have. They were really interesting.
Well, that's good. Okay, and then 4, what are your thoughts on Matt and Jeff Hardy? My thoughts are real quick. I think they're both idiots.
Okay, let me set down my booze as I...
Thank goodness. You can get your head straight here.
Alright, I got a lot to say.
You're currently reading your Matt and Jeff Hardy book as well.
Oh, yeah. I started reading the Matt and Jeff Hardy book from 2003 or 4. I can't remember, but... Yeah. Let me talk about...
Idiots.
Huh?
Idiots.
Okay, Matt and Jeff Hardy. So that's your short answer?
My short
Your
answer.
whole answer, Matt and Jeff Hardy are idiots.
Yep, now let's have
Okay.
a long answer.
My long, drawn-out answer. I've been a fan of Matt and Jeff Hardy since day one when they came into the company. I was more of a fan of Jeff because I felt that Jeff had more skill and more presence. I thought that Matt could bump really well. I thought he could take moves like a super generic guy, like in a wrestling game. They just fall like normally. But he didn't really have a presence. He didn't really have, the thing. But as Team Extreme, they were really awesome. I was all about it. When I was like 14 and it was 2000, I was like, man, I want to be like Jeff Hardy when I grow up, But thank God I didn't become a wrestler because I wouldn't want to be like Jeff now, But,
I went to jail as well. You should have added that to your why I don't want to be a wrestler list.
Yeah, that's true. Because,
jail.
Yeah. But, okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I thought that Jeff, I thought he could go pretty far, but back in the day, he was light heavyweight champion, and nobody under 235 pounds, or I don't even know what it is, I can't remember now, could be world heavyweight champion. That means Rey Mysterio could never be world heavyweight champion because he's not a heavyweight, he's a light heavyweight. Jeff Hardy could never be that. But in 2003, I think it was, he was fighting The Undertaker in a ladder match, and it was like the greatest thing ever. And he almost won. He had everyone in that arena believing that Jeff Hardy could win against The Undertaker. I think he was the undisputed champion at the time. But The Undertaker was demanding respect. That was his entire gimmick. He demands respect from everyone he gets. He's like, this is my yard. This is my yard. You disrespect
like
me, I will make you famous. And he almost beat him. And at the end of the match, it was, I don't even know if this was for real or not, but it seemed real to me. And probably to everybody else who ever watched this match. You need to go back and watch this match on Raw if you haven't seen it. Because after the match, when Jeff Hardy almost wins, but he doesn't, The Undertaker looks back and he sees Jeff Hardy and he looks at him and he's like, you know what? That kid isn't so bad. And he hugs him or something. He handshakes him. He gives Jeff Hardy respect. This little light heavyweight guy gives him respect, puts him on the path pretty much to becoming what he became later as like the most popular superstar in 2009 almost. And he did all this great stuff, and Matt Hardy all the while was kind of, I'm the MFers, and and I thought that was cool and everything, but I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. Then he started gaining weight. He started sucking. He got fired. I mean, Lita cheated on him. And this guy's such a crybaby,
He's
such a loser. But, man, he's just stupid. But Jeff Hardy, he went ahead and did all this stuff, but in the end, Jeff Hardy became a drug addict. Matt Hardy became fat. He started becoming an alcoholic, and they both suck, and they've become complete losers. So, it's like, yeah. In the end, I think that Matt Hardy will probably be dead, and I foresee Jeff Hardy being inducted into the Hall of Fame and talking about how it's sad that Matt is gone, and you'll see Edge crying in the audience, and you'll see Lita crying in the audience, and that's how I foresee the end coming.
Our battery's dying.
That is true.